It's time to get a practice report now from Dudley Dawson, Hawgs Illustrated, and WholeHogSports.com with us here on Ruscin Zach. Dudley, good afternoon.
How you doing, guys?
We're doing good. All right, what is the big news? What is the massive updates that we have coming out of practice today?
Well, I'm not one of these guys that goes to practice and notices every little bit of the news show. Just look at the big things, and the big thing was Traylon Burks still not back out there, but they keep saying he's going to be ready for the game, and I'm sure he will be. But you know what it was? What did happen? I can give you just a few things. It was hot. Some people threw the ball, some people caught it, some people intercepted it, and some people missed tackles.
Dudley has mailed it in. Dudley has officially just mailed in his practice
report. We need a game.
He is done.
We need a game. That's it.
So yesterday, Chuckles over here was
me,
that was you. Is now convinced after the glowing reports out of Saturday's scrimmage that Malik Hornsby will unseat KJ Jefferson at some point for poor play and become the Arkansas Razorback quarterback. What say you, Dudley Dawson?
I think if Malik Hornsby becomes the starting quarterback this year, it'll be because KJ Jefferson got hurt, and certainly that has been the case of many Arkansas quarterbacks over the last few years. But just watching them today, I know Malik threw 2 interceptions in teamwork there that I got to see, and KJ was throwing the ball really well. So I wouldn't take that bet just yet, I think. But and also glowing reports from practice.
I can see you.
That's all we have.
You just changed his mind. Hornsby threw two picks.
Yeah, I'm back on KJ.
He's back on
now.
KJ.
I'm back on KJ.
Yeah, okay.
Dudley, I was easily propagandized by the comments from Saturday's scrimmage. That's what happened.
It happens, and that's what happens in these situations. That and I realize it's become a thing with head coaches and has been for a while. But part of the media deal is to go over there and tell you what they see, not what the coaches want you to think happened. And that's become like a passe these last decade or so. You have to depend on what they're doing, and as you well know, both of you, they're starting to generate their own content, so they try to even make it more about what they think it should sound like instead of maybe what it is realistically.
Do you think if they could hide the games from us, would they do that?
No, I think they'd let everybody come to the games because that's revenue making.
I see.
Yeah, that's true.
They just edit out the bad plays from the games.
Right. It's like an Urban Meyer game film. They're cutting out the bad stuff.
That's right.
How concerned should we be about Traylon Smith's turf toe? It's not like he kicked a curb or something, but turf toe is just one of those deals. Doesn't go away very easily.
Well, he's been out there and he's been in a green jersey, so it's not as if he's just standing on the sidelines. He has run around a little bit, so he's going to be okay. But to me, they are just getting the guys that they know are ready to the finish line and not having them get hurt. Vis-a-vis Burks and Traylon Smith. Now, a good thing today was A.J. Green was out there without a green jersey again, so he got his reps in at running back, and so did Josh Oglesby, and those are two guys that they think really, can help them. Blake Kern had on the green jersey today. That was new. Tight end is a place you don't need to have any more injuries, but Landon Rogers continues to work there. So they've got several people injured, and I did like y'all's line about how your favorite player was wearing a green jersey yesterday. A little bit less than that today, but it is. Y'all will know this. It is time to get this thing over with and start playing football. This practice is just, so I'm mailing in that report. So.
We're talking with Dudley Dawson here on Ruscin Zach. All these green jerseys remind me of 06, and that was noteworthy because it wasn't really injuries, but they didn't really let the running backs do anything, and then Felix Jones gets into the USC game and fumbles about 5 times in the first half. Yeah,
and that's a thin line you have to walk there, a fine line, because I'm of the mind that people play 7-on-7 football these days and touch football, and if they don't get enough contact during camp, maybe if they would up the scholarship limit from 85 to 100 or something, we might see a little bit more contact. But it's one of those things that you're not, if you don't tackle in practice, you're not going to tackle well in games. You don't get hit during practice, you're going to get hit during the game. You're not going to know how to react. So I suspect we will see some turnovers both ways when they play Rice. But the wussification of college football and high school football continues. And the kids need to get out of my yard. I'm getting to that age now.
Dudley has had enough of training camp. Who's returning punts? Is it Brooks? Is it Slusher? Is it going to be Burks? Who are they going to drop back there? Because special teams, especially the return game, has got to improve itself.
Yeah, 4 punt returns for 18 yards total last year.
That's bad.
I don't know what the word is under pathetic, but it would be that. I mean, and the opponents had 345 yards in return, and so that's a massive hole you're digging yourself there. Brooks has looked good back there. I tell you, he's another one. Bryce Stevens has also looked good back there. Miles Slusher as well. They sounds like they're going to have a punt return team this year instead of a punt catch team. Come on, man, 4 punt returns for 18 yards. That's just giving up, on the thing. But it's something that Coach Pittman has stressed is that he knows how inadequate the special teams were last year and how that put them behind the 8 ball. When you're lacking in talent in regard to the other SEC teams, you can't give up those free yards, and they did that so much last year. They feel good about the kickoff return, but then again, not a lot of kickoffs get returned these days. I think there was only 23 returned last year, and Arkansas had 25 returned against us. It's not a big play in college football anymore. But if you're going to put somebody back there, you need to put somebody back there that can not only catch it, but pick up you some yards and help out the offense and help out the defense, as well.
Yeah, it's a great point on the kickoff game. The where the money can be made in special teams is in punt, because you could steal a first down if you get 10, 12, 15-yard return, or you could, dare I say it, score a touchdown, something they haven't done in about 10 years on a punt return. Joe Adams is here.
Yeah, and one thing else I would say is that without going into too many details, because they wouldn't want me to come back to practice, but there are far more good to great players on special teams this year than there were last year. They clearly have found that to be a situation where they needed to get a few more talented players out there instead of just throwing somebody out there. I think they're going to have starters are going to play 4 special teams, and in that get that and try to get that unit improved, because it was so woeful last year, and I'm sure they got tired of hearing about it. But if you don't want to hear about it, make it better.
Yeah, you've been to these camps. You've been going to these football camps, these training camps forever. I'm sorry, that kind of came out wrong. For the layman, all of this coach speak talking about Hornsby did this. Like the first scrimmage, it was all about the defense, and the coaches are charging up the defense. The second one, it was all about the offense. This is not unusual. This is just par for the course. It's the message, and like you were talking about, they're controlling the message. This is what they want you to know.
Yeah, true. Now, I would go back that that's been the case pretty much every coach here, except for Bobby Petrino, who just would tell you that everybody sucked.
That's right.
And and it's I can remember going to his practice and the defense intercepts in the past, and him just going all off on Willie Robinson. No, there are no interceptions in practice. Yes, there are.
What is he supposed to do? Drop it?
Yeah, but that's been there forever. They're letting you know exactly what they want to know, and they let us in just enough to give you a few details, but not too many. And if we get kicked out, I'm sure. Let me just say this: if we get kicked out, I'm sure as soon as the season starts, that there won't be these 20-minute periods.
No, absolutely not. No chance. They will usher you out.
I will be so disappointed.
I could tell. We could tell that it's just it won't be the same without going over there for 20 minutes to watch a bunch of people moving around there. Dudley Dawson's our guest. Hawgs Illustrated, WholeHogSports.com. Did you see this whole I thought the ACC, the Big Ten, and the Pac-12 would have been onto something with this whole alliance. But today, no contract. They said it's not a reaction to Texas and OU, which, of course, it is. Like they totally screwed up the execution today, we thought.
It may turn out to be a good idea, but they lost the press conference. And the one thing you can't do during what is still talking season, before they start playing the games, is lose the press conference. And I thought they looked like they were just saying, hey, look at us. Mm-hmm. That's our plan, is look at us. And, maybe they get this TV, and Zach and I have talked a little bit about this. Maybe they'll get it to where, these matchups go up against the SEC, and the SEC has to take a step up in its non-conference games. But I just thought that it looked to me like you had, I think two of the three ADs are brand new. It looked to me like they were. And, they're trying to say the right stuff, and they're trying to get the networks. And I thought, I guess the one, was it the Pac-12 thing? The more options on TV, it's better. Well, options are one thing. Great games are what you need to have, whether you're in an alliance or you're in a conference.
Yep, absolutely. After last night, I mean, how much would you love to have Jameis Winston down in Dallas because you don't have a quarterback?
Let's see. Cooper Rush and Jameis Winston. I think Cooper Rush will make it through the entire season. I'm not sure that other dude will.
Wow.
How about that?
Wow.
How about that?
I'm a big Jameis. I'm a big Jameis guy.
He's never had any character. He's never had any character flaws or character accusations, has he?
Me?
Oh, Jameis.
No, Jameis.
Oh, Jameis?
Oh, no. Stand-up guy.
Yeah, Jameis is, see, you know what? He had
helping old ladies cross the street.
You know what? He had some transgressions when he was younger, but he's a much more mature person now.
We'll see.
Oh, well. All right. Dudley Dawson, our guest, Hawgs Illustrated, bullhogsports.com. Thank you, Dudley. We appreciate it.
Hey, I turn 58 next Monday. I'll be even more cranky then. So.
Okay.
All right. Thanks for the heads up.
We'll have to get some cupcakes or something.
Hey, just remember, at your age, soft foods and Viagra. That's those are the keys to life. Pee on the outside of your pants. It's a good day.
Happy hour, baby. Happy hour.
There you go. All right. Dudley Dawson.
You get older, man. Those soft foods are the key.